In rigorous scholarship, societal collapse is usually not treated as a cinematic end state but as a process of large, sustained loss of population, institutional capacity, and socio-political complexity across a substantial area. The best contemporary work rejects single cause explanations. Instead, collapse risk is analyzed as the behavior of a complex adaptive system in which environmental stress, resource bottlenecks, financial fragility, political breakdown, social fragmentation, disease, and technological disruption interact through feedback loops. In that framing, collapse and transformation are related outcomes. Some systems disintegrate, some reorganize, and many do both at different scales and over different time horizons. The strongest theoretical lenses are now drawn from complex systems theory, critical transitions/tipping points, resilience and fragility, and the adaptive cycle/panarchy tradition. These approaches ask four practical questions. How tightly coupled is the system? How much slack or redundancy does it retain? Where are the thresholds beyond which recovery becomes slow or discontinuous? And can the system adapt within its existing structure, or must it transform into a new one? For rigorous monitoring, there is no universal collapse threshold. Instead, analysts use domain-specific indicators: Earth system stress, water stress, food and energy security, credit booms, sovereign debt stress, democratic erosion, conflict intensity, trust in institutions, pandemic preparedness, and infrastructure interdependency. Historically, the pattern is consistent. The Roman and Maya cases show multi-causal stress accumulation rather than a single fatal blow. The Rapa Nui case now shows why older ecocide stories can be misleading. Recent genetics and archaeology suggest resilience before severe post-contact disruption. The Soviet case shows that highly complex modern states can also unravel through interacting economic stagnation, political liberalization, nationalist secession, and trade disintegration. The general lesson is that societies fail less because one variable rises too high than because multiple buffers fail together. Drawing now to the conclusion and questioning. The first open question is conceptual. When should analysts say collapse rather than crisis, partial failure, decentralization, or transformation? Historical research increasingly treats these as graded and scale-dependent outcomes, but operational standards remain inconsistent. The second gap is methodological. Early warning research is theoretically rich but operationally uneven in real-world human systems. Publication bias, retrospective testing, poor causal identification, and changing forcings all complicate inference. Better practice likely needs hybrid systems that combine mechanism-rich models with statistical detection, rather than privileging one approach. The final gap is normative. Past collapses are imperfect analogies for the present because today's civilization is global, highly networked, and exposed to anthropogenic climate forcing at unprecedented scale.